Om Namo Bhagavate Nityanandaya. Veeranna de-addicted from ganja. Veeranna had the habit of smoking ganja. Once he was carrying 12 packets of ganja with him. When he asked Bhagavan Nityananda, "Do you want to smoke, Gurudeva?" Bhagavan said yes and smoked ganja using the hookah. When he finished and kept the hookah aside of the ganja that Veeranna was carrying in his pockets had turned into ashes. Bhagavan advised Veeranna to give up consuming ganja as it was not good for the human body. Bhagavan neither expected nor needed money from his devotees. He never discriminated the devotees based on the worldly factors. He always helped his devotees to progress on right path by de-addicting them from wrong thing. What seemed impossible to a devotee's mother, father, relatives, friends and doctors was a very easy task of Bhagavan Nityananda, which he would accomplish in no time. Historic well in Kumble. There is a small piece of land near railway station in Kumbala that belonged to a Muslim person. Bhagavan Nityananda purchased the land from him at a reasonable price. At the time there was scarcity of water in that locality. Understanding the gravity of the problem, Bhagavan made an arrangement to dig a well in the plot. The laborers who were employed to dig a well were provided with snacks, tea and coffee from a nearby restaurant. Gradually, quality of the refreshment deteriorated, so another restaurant was chosen to buy snacks for the laborers. Disappointed with the loss of customers, son of the first restaurant owner defecated in the area where the well was being dug. When this matter was reported to Bhagavan Nityananda, he remarked, "This is a righteous work. Dharma will respond to his actions." Within a short time, the hotel owner lost all his money. Even after the well was dug, there was no trace of water. Bhagavan Nityananda looked at sky for a few minutes. Rain bearing dark clouds gathered in the summer sky and it rained heavily. Within no time, the well was filled to the brim with water. Even to this day, the well does not run out of water. An ashram was built next to the well, as per the instruction of Bhagavan Nityananda. Next to the statue of Bhagavan Nityananda, an idol of Lord Krishna dancing atop of the serpent Kalinga has been installed. Bhagavan had instructed, there are many people whose minds are poisoned with malicious thoughts. Hence Lord Krishna's statue should be installed in this way, Kaliya Mardana. Well in Kumble, saved by Prime Minister Vajpayee. When a road construction project initiated by the then Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee was in progress, it was decided by engineers that the road will pass over the well in Kumble Ashram. Unfortunately, the well, which was created by the divine energy of Bhagavan Nityananda and which was always giving water just like an Akshaya Patra, had to be closed to make way for the road to be constructed. Also the ashram would be divided by the road which would pass through it. A few devotees of Bhagavan Nityananda Bhakta Mandali devotees group submitted an appeal to the then Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Understanding the significance of the ashram, the Prime Minister immediately issued an order not to disturb the space of the ashram. The well was saved. The road was constructed at a safe distance from the ashram in Kumbala. A shower of currency notes. Once Bhagavan boarding a train in Kumbale and got down at Mangalore station. Sitting in a taxi, he started throwing new crisp notes of every currency value on the road, as if he was throwing ad bulletins. Seeing such a rare occurrence, people followed his car. Mangalore police arrested Bhagavan Nityananda and locked him up in a jail. when Bhagavan appeared both inside and outside the jail, the police relieved him. Krishna Leela in Udupi. Some people, ignorant of Bhagavan's divine status, threw stones at him in Udupi. When the stones were just a few inches away from Bhagavan, they would transform into diamonds and other precious stones. At times, the stones thrown by the people were found at the feet of Lord Krishna's idol in Udupi. Seeing the stones being converted into diamonds, people used to run after him. Bhagavan Nityananda would enter Krishna temple and disappear immediately. It was then people realized that there is no difference between Nityananda and Lord Krishna. Bhagavan in Samadhi state in Udupi. Shraddha ritual of the father of a Saraswat Bhatt was taking place in his house. Exactly at 12 noon, Bhagavan Nityananda arrived there and sat on a stone platform in lotus pose. At the time, a few Brahmins were having food inside. Bhatt was happy that Bhagavan also arrived there in time. He requested him to come inside and have food sitting next to Brahmins. But Bhagavan Nityananda sat beside a well within the compound. Bhatt served food with love. Bhagavan asked him to mix all the dishes and feed him. After accepting 3 bites, he gave the remaining food to cows and dogs. Blessing the ancestors of Bhatt, Bhagavan again sat in lotus pose. He sat in Samadhi state for 7 days. Bhatt constructed a makeshift tent in order to protect him from the sun and rain. Bhatt also sat near the well day and night waiting for him to awake from Samadhi state. On the 8th day, when Bhatt looked of Bhagavan Nityananda, he had disappeared. Devotion must be in the heart. Once Krishna Bai requested Bhagavan Nityananda to sit on a table in her house, garlanded him and got a photograph of him clicked. This photograph of Bhagavan Nityananda sitting in Siddhasana with divine bliss on face is still in the Kailas Mandir, Ganeshpuri. Krishna Bai got the photograph enlarged and framed. She fixed in a hall in her mother Girijamma's house. When Bhagavan Nityananda visited her home the next time, he saw the photo hung on the wall. He immediately threw it on the floor with such a force that it broke into umpteen pieces. Later he threw it outside. Krishna Bai broke into tears. Bhagavan Nityananda consoled her saying, the devotion should be in the heart, not towards a photograph. Namo Nityanandaya.